how sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. Mic check 1 2 1 2. One day, who knows? Maybe one day in the future, we'll do the show and we'll have no tech issues. Maybe. But today, ladies and gents, today, it's not that day. I'm trying to set the mood here with the lights, and I'll figure it out eventually. But you're here for your weekly Thursday night nerdy talk show where we sit back and relax. I say we sit back and relax. And hopefully by now, you've poured yourself just a little bit of
more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
as we cruise into the weekend, on the short week, I guess. I don't know if any of you guys had most of the week off, but it's weird. I just did a live 2 days ago, and we're here again. It's odd. It's throwing me off. But if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, vlog, OnlyFans, newsletter, spoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. Support one another. Plug yo shit. It is a conversation about 2025. Talk about things we're excited for. Talk about some news. Talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. But of course, channel members, you guys have a link to join the stream, so you can click on that in the membership section of the website and on YouTube. But without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend. It's me. Alas, I'm the problem. It's me. I swear to God, I cannot figure out this freaking camera situation. Cannot figure it out. Today it's telling me that it can only do like 720 and like all sorts of blah, blah, blah jargon. I don't understand. But like I said, we'll make it through together, and we can do all things through what's that guy's name? Paul Atreides. What's Paul Atreides' name? They call him the thing in the show in Dune. I don't remember. Damn. Anyway, nerdaffiliated.com. Your one stop shop for all things nerd affiliated. Links to the shows. Join our Nerd Foundation. Links to the latest podcasts. And apparently, find ads for LL Bean and Modern Family. Mo Adib. There you go, Dave's Dimension. We can do all things through Mo Adib. And we're also on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're on Discord. All that fun stuff. So make sure you guys follow us over there appropriately. Yeah. So like I said, happy to see all you guys here today. Happy New Year. It's weird because like I said, I just talked to you guys like 2 days ago. But, I love talking to you guys. So it's not a problem. Let's go up to the top of the chat. See who was here first. Cutthroat Comics in the house. Loaded out of order, so I'm not sure who actually was first in the stream. Why are you going to be live today as well? Sweet. Play the funky music. Who else is going live today? Hello, friends. Creativity from the future. Good to see you. Of course, I already said his name, but Dave's Dimension in the house. Good to see you. Yeah. Man, I wish I could play that music. But the copyright strike would happen. It would happen. I want to check a setting real quick here. Some cameras. because it like kills me that and maybe I just need a new driver or something, but it kills me how it like utterly destroys my video quality when I do the stream. Or I should say in the app. Like once I get into the app, it like downgrades the video quality despite what my camera is telling it to do. So I might just need another update. I don't know. Ultra Carter Zilla in the house. Good to see you in the house. And what is up to everybody in the chat? There you go. Yes, indeed. KO in the house. Good to see you. Mic check, one check. Mic check, one check. EC collecting in the house. Good to see you. Wow, a nondescript hoodie. It's true. Or is it? It's not true. It's my Christmas gift, Carhartt hoodie. I wanted a new one. Shout out to Lenny for those good tastes. Insert your jokes now. You can insert your jokes again. I left my favorite Carhartt hoodie at his house for a podcast. Maybe like 2019. I feel like it was pre-COVID. And never bought a new one. Just started rocking my own hoodies and my Dipset, which is my favorite. But I've been dying for a new Carhartt hoodie for the last 4 or 5 years. And the missus got me one for Christmas. Holla at your boy. Anything can happen live. AD&D always does. I think you meant to say and it always does. JB in the house. Good to see you. JB's been cranking out those top 10 videos. So make sure you guys head over there, subscribe. If you've not, I'm sure you've already subscribed to JB if you're here. But if you haven't, go check him out. Go subscribe. We got Chris Laney in the house. I believe first time on the stream. I don't recognize your name. Welcome, welcome. Like I said, hopefully by now you've poured yourself tad bit.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
There you go. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Wait, you haven't done a stream since last year? What are you talking about? LOL. This guy.
Whoa.
This guy.
Whoa.
I tell you. Tech issues are the mind killer. LOL. It's true. You know, the other issue I've been having, I don't know if you guys have been having this problem at all, or maybe you have in the past. Like, after a while on my computer, like YouTube and the video player in Chrome just won't work. Like, I'll load like a Google Meet, for example, like for work. I can't watch the stream of what's happening. YouTube doesn't work. Won't happen. Like, I have to restart the whole computer. So even just now, I noticed I was like kind of glitching. Like I see like I am. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I noticed it earlier. Hit restart. That's why I was late. Still happening. And what happens too is the computer battles between two apps, like the Canon like video app, and then when I click on this one, it's the actual Canon camera, and it's even worse. You can see it's slow. Some days one works, some days the other one works. Coin toss. Absolute coin toss. T3 in the house. He's here to start problems. Does not want peace, he wants problems. I'm here for it. As I mentioned, all you channel members, you have a link in the membership tab or membership community tab, whatever it's called, on YouTube. You can join the stream. And also, if you are a member on the website, there's a button you can click if you want to join the stream as well. The problem started, LOL. Hey, what is up, says Dave. Then we have any WWE or wrestling fans in general pumped for WWE Monday Night Raw coming to Netflix on Monday, January 6th, because I sure as hell am prepared. I'm glad you mentioned that. That actually came up in our group chat today. And Sal and I are like, I would say we're casual wrestling fans. I watch the most in the group, which is like, I follow social media pages that talk about wrestling. And then I watch like the big events, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series. I always forget the fourth one. It's not War Games, whatever it is. So I usually watch the big four. Usually not the whole thing, but most of it. Definitely the main event. And Sal was saying that he's going to watch Raw for the first time in like 20 years. And I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Like, I didn't think about how many people stopped watching wrestling, not only because they fell out of love with wrestling, but they gave up cable. Maybe it was like, I know he was mentioning it was back in like college. And honestly, I haven't had cable TV since college as well. So the only reason I watched some things randomly was because I have the Peacock app. But when I was listening, once again, shout out to Lenny for those good taste. When I was listening to this week's episode, Lenny mentioned how, Monday Night Raw and all the wrestling stuff's on Peacock, which I already knew. But I guess the Raw episodes are delayed. So you can't watch live Raw, or you couldn't, live in real time until now. And I didn't know that either. I thought every episode of Raw was live on the app too. I guess it wasn't. So now because of that, it being live, even more people are potentially going to watch WWE. So it's crazy. It's crazy how many people that don't talk about wrestling at all are talking about this. And in my bingo cards, I wouldn't have picked that for this year. But here we are. Tony in the house. Good to see you. Is this your first time on the stream? I feel like it's not, because you said sorry you're late. Unless you're a Tony who's been here before and your name changed. Or am I just having old man brain? That's possible. Did anyone see the fake news on Facebook about the UFO landing in Phoenix? Was it fake? Was it fake? Geek Strong in the house. Good to see you. I need to hop on one day. Unfortunately, busy at the moment. Yeah, dude, jump on in. Jump on in. Like I said, channel members, that's usually a perk. I do frequently keep the link live. So if you want to jump on a stream, you can. And then every so often, I'll just throw the link into this chat and people can join. Patrick in the house. Good to see you. Archer, I need a top 10 best films of your letterbox so we can Siskel and Ebert each other. Bro, this is how crazy the Matrix is right now. In the group chat today, that T3 is not in. We were literally talking about Siskel and Ebert today. So tell me, is it fake news that the UFO landed? Because weird shit's happening right now. Top 10. We'll discuss that in a little bit. Why don't we do that? Dave said, same for me. I get to watch Raw on Netflix now. I too periodically watch it on Peacock. Yeah, it's awesome. I never watched WWE on TV since I didn't have USA Network when my family and I used to have DirecTV. Interesting. Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I might have to buy some TKO stock. I know it's high right now, but if this many people are going to all of a sudden start watching and they start releasing numbers. Geek Strong said, I don't watch wrestling much anymore. I watch big time in the GC. What's a JC? What's a JC? JC. Junior college? I don't think that's what you meant. Since Monday Night Raw is coming to Netflix, I will finally get to experience my first time watching WWE Monday Night Raw. Holla at your boy. Ultra Carter, I'm getting the vibe that you're younger than some of us old people here. If you've never seen live Raw, that's crazy. First time commenting here. There you go. The man collects in the house. Good to see you. Dude, I'm all sorts of confused. Like I said, man collects. I just watched your video today because today was my first day back at work. And then I was like, wait, you're dropping a video tomorrow, but why'd you drop a video today? Oh, today's Thursday. yesterday was Wednesday. It's just like, what the hell's happening? What is happening? I've commented on some videos. All right, yeah. You know, I thought the name was familiar, but I don't remember saying it out loud. So that's where I was like, I don't think you've been in the stream before. But like I said, welcome to the live stream. I love that. Did you try connecting a pedal to the trap for the Two in the Box? Yes. I was actually showing off the Two in the Box at New Year's Eve, I should say. And, you know, I still haven't had the courage to use my foot to trigger the pedal. Like I haven't like rolled the trap across the floor. I haven't stomped the pedal to activate it. I'm afraid of breaking it. But the display downstairs is coming along. I've ordered a couple things on Amazon to add to it. And then right now I have a video I'm going to start editing. I was doing the color correction for it. But I'm going to start editing a video. I put a new amplifier in my Proton Pack. So once that's done, I'll roll that one out. And then first voice break of the night. And then I will roll out, or I'll shoot a a video of like what the setup is downstairs right now. And I'll roll that out for you members first, and then I'll roll it out for everybody else after that. Because I feel like we don't have a video that's going up this week at the moment. So the amp video might be the first one. Right? I haven't dropped any other videos this week. I've just done lives. Pretty sure. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Aliens exist. Tom was right. Yeah. What's up? Carl is playing with the 157 Chase Wasp Pop. I saw that today. I have watched Monday Night Raw clips on YouTube, but never watched the entire thing since I never got to watch it on television before. And from 2019 to mid 2024, I wasn't into wrestling until late 2024. All right, that's fair. That's fair. I haven't watched Raw in like 20 years. Yeah, it's true. JC is when you accidentally type JC while you're putting dishes away. I stopped watching wrestling in the early 2000s. There you go. There you go. I love that. I love that. So yeah, T3 asked a question. He wanted to see what my top 10 was of this year. And I talked about it on the last live stream, which was Nerdy Coffee. We came back for New Year's Eve, a year-end show. T3, I'm getting the vibe you didn't watch it. So I'll talk about my top 10 again, just for you, because I love you. I kid. What I don't kid about, though, is that I don't think I saw 10 new movies this year. Although on this list, I just realized Alien is not here. And there was something else not there. Oh, wait. I talked about this. Yeah, I forgot to talk about this. I forgot to do a review on Letterboxd for Alien Romulus. But I did watch Alien Romulus. And I did a review on Instagram for Alien Romulus. So, yeah. I messed that up. But, you know, these right now are sorted by release date. And technically, I've only seen 4 new movies this year. 4 new movies that came out, or last year. 4 movies that came out in 2024. I only saw 4. So I don't have a top 10. Movies I saw recently were last year that were from the previous year. Aquaman Lost Kingdom I saw. I watched this Christmas movie the other day. It was still terrible. I had to write a review about it. I finally saw The Marvels. I finally saw Godzilla -1, Turtles, Barbie. Those were all seen in 2024. I think Rise of the Beast, I saw that prior. Pretty sure I saw that prior. So really, I only saw 5. I only saw 5 2024 movies in 2024. Now, if I go back to the list, I think, oh no, these are in order of release. Can I sort them by, yeah. This is my ratings. I would tell you right now with Alien Romulus being number 5, and actually there's a number 6. There's a number 6. So right now, I gave movie of the year to Deadpool Wolverine. which I talked about in Nerdy Coffee. And in my opinion, a close second was Dune Part 2. Both of those were battling over movie experience. I had a blast watching both of them. But I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine did more for the culture, is the best way I can explain it. As I gave my reviews on Nerdy Coffee for my best movie and TV show of the year, I did factor in I factored in not just public perception, but like, did people like it? Did people like it who probably wouldn't normally watch this stuff? Like that played a factor. I feel like a lot of people went to see Dune 2, but I feel like everybody was talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. Everybody was. So it got the nod to me. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Transformers 1 is in third place only just because it was actually a really good movie. It was actually pretty good. It was fun. Kind of campy at times. Not completely like for kids, and the plot was like meh, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Transformers 1. So that one gets a very honorable third place. It's only because it went against two powerhouses here. And then my disappointing movie of the year was Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I thought it was just not it at all. If I factor in Alien Romulus on this list would be number 5 above Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters at the moment, my worst movie of the year. Again, does not affect my love of the fandom, does not affect my desire for more Ghostbusters things. It was just a super weak movie. Absolutely weak movie. And what I am not done watching, I have 20 minutes left, is actually T3's pick for movie of the year, I believe. And you can jump in the chat and let me know. His number one pick is a movie I'm not done with yet. And it would, on this list, it would actually be above Alien Romulus. So it would actually be number 4 is Civil War. I was dying to watch Civil War. I did not get a chance to see it in theaters. So I was waiting for it to come on streaming. It finally did. Today I finally had some time. I was like, I'll put that on. And it's pretty good. I was a bit confused at times as to like the greater story happening. So I did have to pull up IMDb to be like, let me make sure I'm getting the synopsis correct here. So to me, that lost at some points. But overall, I like how different it is. Once again, shout out to Lenny for those good tastes. Lenny and Dante. They were talking about the cinematography from it, how much they liked that. So I'm enjoying that. I think what I love the most about Civil War outside of the acting is just, it's different. Like, I feel like everything else we've been getting is just like look, this list right here, 4 remakes, and then Alien Romulus would have made 5. So Civil War not being a remake, being something different, kind of a what if there was a Civil War in America. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. So that one would be number 4. Romulus would be 5, and then Frozen Empire would be 6. This is insane, though. I mean, it's insane thinking about it. And I know, once again, I keep saying once again, shout out to Lenny for those good tastes, Lenny and Dante. They did a show last year talking about movies coming out 2024, or 2 years ago, I guess. And they actually were like 20 of these movies are all sequels. They're all sequels or franchise movies. Like the top ones that were coming out. So I feel like last year it was just too many of those. And right now, Civil War, I'm enjoying it because it's just different. So I see Colin's comments. I'll get to that. Just want to make sure I get in order real quick. Because I do see your point. Where did I leave off? Dada Films in the house. Good to see you. Ultracard said, the only 2024 movies I watched are Godzilla X Kong. Was that this year? Godzilla X Kong was this year? I thought that was... Oh, I'm thinking of Godzilla -1. You're right. That was this year. Godzilla X Kong, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Alien Romulus. I haven't got to the movies that much due to busy work schedule and getting tired so much. Yeah. 2025 movie I will not watch is Jurassic World Rebirth, as I lost interest in the new Jurassic Park or Jurassic movies. Oh, excuse me. After Dominion, which I despise so much. Yeah, I haven't heard any good things about that movie. By the way, if you guys have not done so, hit the like button. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I watched part of the first Chris Pratt movies. Maybe it was like on vacation. It's like one of those movies that's like, it's just on. I feel like that Jurassic Park movie it's like constantly playing on TV. So if I'm on vacation and you're in a hotel room and you turn on the TV for something with action, like that's one of those movies that's on there. So I've seen it in bits and pieces. I don't know what happens at the end. I really can't remember. And I was just like, this movie feels like it's made for cable TV. I felt nothing watching that movie. So I'm aware of kind of like the lore changes they made going forward from talking to Lenny and a bunch of other people. And I have no interest, even though Scarlett Johansson's in the new one. I mean, after Black Widow, I'm kind of like all set with Scarlett Johansson. That might be a bad thing to say, but it's like honest. Cutthroat said Transformers Rise of the Beast was not that bad, or not bad. It could have been better. I enjoyed that movie. The ending of that movie is straight up Black Panther. Like the whole ending fight sequence is just like cut out of that movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Bumblebee. So I think that's also what her Transformers won, which I believe had a better like post theater run or post revenue run. Post theater revenue run. It's probably the right way to say it. Because I think for those of us adults that went to go see Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast, for one, most of us probably didn't really see it in theaters. If we did, it was just on a whim. And if you did go see those movies, you probably liked the two of them, even if a little bit. And then you see this kiddie looking movie come out and you're just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So Transformers 1 kind of did it to itself. It's one of the things I talked a lot in 2024 about, is it Ryan Campia is his name? Ryan Camp, whatever Campia. I talked a lot about his channel this year. And one of the takes I disagreed with, actually, I found myself agreeing with a lot of takes with this year. But one of the takes I greatly disagreed with was one of the guys was saying Transformers 1 failed because of like terrible marketing and like a lack of toys. And I was like false, dude. Absolutely false. And I feel like maybe a lot of us know how well Transformers sell because most of you in the chat are toy collectors. So you know Transformers move and you know the fan base is there. It had nothing to do with marketing. It had nothing to do with toys. It's literally Michael Bay effed it up. We finally started to get something good, and then you change the formula, and people are just like, I'm not taking a chance. My opinion, but I feel like it's probably closer to the truth. I would think. Dune 2 was good. Yeah. I think, and I'll get to Dune Prophecy because we started watching that. I think Dune 2's issue was the length of the movie. I think they could have shaved it down and made it still very like easy to follow. Graphically, it was amazing. Sound-wise, music, all that stuff. Looking at this list and even factoring in Alien and thinking about Civil War, I haven't rewatched any of these movies. You know, so on the grand scheme, are they all that good? I don't know. I'm not happy with Scarlett Johansson is given the lead role for Jurassic World Rebirth, as she's overrated and the lead role should be given to underrated people like Rinko Kikuchi and Alan Richardson. Alan Richardson, you know I'm a fan. You know we love Reacher here on the channel. So I don't know who Rinko is. Who's Rinko? Where is she from? Pacific Rim, Babel, 47. I've really been meaning to watch Tokyo Vice. I just have not got around to it. But I don't remember her from things. Is she in the new movie? Is that why you name dropped her? Yeah, Transformers made it on the list. As far as what? Sorry, I'm behind on the chat. I agree about Ghostbusters. Yeah, Civil War was not that good. I expected so much more. Alien Romulus was definitely better. So here's the thing. I don't disagree with that take. I think Civil War. It's a cool movie. I don't think it's like it wouldn't be my number one. And if this list had 10 movies on it, it would maybe be in the top 5, maybe based on how this year was going. But I think Alien Romulus is just so much. Alien Romulus is like Force Awakens. It's the same movie again. They just changed up the actors and actresses in it. And still tied it to the first movie. I'm not going to spoil it just in case. So Alien Romulus was just so much of a rehash. I can't put it above Civil War. I can't do it. I just watched Civil War around Christmas and it was interesting. Yeah, it's fine. It's a fine movie. 2024 looks like the writer's strike affected that year instead of future years. I guess that's probably still to be determined. Like Deadpool, Wolverine, they couldn't do rewrites at a certain point. And then you had, I just feel like I don't think the writer's strike affected the fact that we got a lot of franchise movies. I think the franchise movies were already being worked on before the strike and announced before the strike. Maybe it did affect storylines, like they couldn't rewrite storylines like they may do in some movies, but it may have affected things, but I don't think it affected specifically what we're talking about. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't think it applies to the franchise discussion, if that's what you're referring to, I would say. There you go. Dave and Dre in the house with their Outer Dimensions podcast. Love that. They're coming back in 2025. K-Walk Comedy in the house. Evening and happy New Year, nerds. Happy New Year's. It's New Year. But would you say evening and happy New Year, nerds everywhere? There you go. Make sure you guys also subscribe to K-Walk Comedy, Pop Culture Kids. But Kathy is doing a Walking with Kathy segment on her channel. And I think it's a genius idea. Because Walker is her name. There you go. Duffman. Oh, yeah. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Speaking of movies, the Outer Dimension podcast returns very soon. Exactly. I did not like Owen Grady in Dominion as he regressed so much to just be too generic. And Dominion is a Jurassic ripoff of Commando. Oh, interesting. Josh in the house. Good to see you. JB said, jump on link. Yeah, go for it. You should have the link in here. I'll send to you because I know you're a member on the website. Where you at? Oh. The website could be. I messed up. There you go. Boom. Did I say hi to Josh already? Say hi to Josh again, just in case. Kids didn't get for Skeleton Crew. Yes, we'll talk about that. John Campia, there you go. Carlos, have you not seen Nosferatu yet? No, I have not. But we have. He was fast. He was ready to go. He was not messing around. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one, the only. Salute your commander, JB's Toy Trunk in the house. Good to see you, sir. How you doing?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Hear you loud and clear.
All right, cool. Hey, what's up, man?
Any opinions so far on my takes? I think you've been to more movies this year than I have.
I think that's opposite. Me and the wife have talked about maybe watching more movies than we did this year, so I don't think so.
Because I know you're a fan of the theaters. You're more of a theater experience fan than I am. So I assumed that you saw more.
Yeah, we would have went to more. It's just been really busy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite movie of the year? Or it doesn't have to be a 2024. Is there a movie you saw this year, maybe for the first time, that you were really impressed with?
I'm gonna go ahead and hang up because I'm not prepared.
I'm still gonna hit the
Because every
applause
time
for
you
you.
every time you ask, it's like I know there's a good movie. Then like once we hang up, I'll text you. I was like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I watched this.
Well, you know what it is? Like, I wanted to talk about TV shows. That's why I was going to come back to Skeleton Crew and the Dune TV show. I forget what I was watching today, and I was watching Adam Savage, his Tested channel. He did a favorite things of last year, and he was like, "Oh, one of my favorite TV shows was True Detective, the
Mhm,
whatever the last season was with Jodie Foster," and
mhm.
loved it. Completely forgot that was this year because it just seems like the winter of 24 just seemed like it seems like that was 2 years ago. I couldn't even remember.
Yeah,
So I don't blame
yeah,
you.
yeah. It was tough, busy year, and these last 2 weeks I've been just trying
Mhm.
to catch up on a lot of stuff at the house, and I want to watch more. We want to get out more, so we'll see. And you know me, I'm pop like how you kind of mentioned. I'm a popcorn guy. I'll go
Yeah,
out there, watch any movie, and just enjoy it. So
yeah.
I want to watch Wicked. I really do want to watch Wicked.
Well, now it's on streaming. You can watch it at home.
Yeah, getting to the theater. That Gladiator 2. I do want to watch Nosferatu. I think that's going to be
Yeah.
more realistic. That's going to be more realistic than some of these other movies. So
Well, I somebody was saying on Nerdy Coffee that they couldn't get into Wicked a couple times. It was still selling out.
mhm,
So
mhm.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
good stuff.
Um, Tony said Transformers One has been one of the better Transformer movie story wise this year. Um, have you seen that one, Transformers One? Do you remember? It was the animated one that came
No,
out.
I didn't. Yeah, I wanted to watch that. And again, I Transformers movie, and I think no, what was it? The Beast, what Rise of the
Rise of the
Beast?
Beast.
Yeah, I remember. Was it last year? I said, oh, that's going to be a sleeper,
Yeah,
and it did pretty good. And I'm all about watching it, but I haven't watched it yet.
yeah. I think if they did another, they did a follow to Rise of the Beast, it would have performed very well. Because I think people saw Bumblebee, forgot about it because it was so long ago. This one, Rise of the Beast, comes out. People eventually catch it on streaming. They're like, "Oh, this is good. These new movies are
Yeah,
good." And it's like keep that momentum going. But then they changed it up on us because Spider-Verse did so well. Everything's got to be animated now. And then people are like, "I'm not seeing this kiddie movie," and it turns out it's not even that kiddie. So if you get a
right.
chance, check it out.
Definitely gonna add that to the list of many. It just
Yeah.
keeps on piling up.
Uh, so T3 said, I'm not sure which movie we're talking about. He said the first trailer was bad and that's why nobody cared, which is true. Oh, Transformers One. If they cut a better trailer, I think it would have done better. Um, they would have had to cut a trailer that seemed very mature. I think that would have been the secret versus showing the kiddie aspects of it. But at the same
Mhm.
time, I just think the casual person just did not give a crap about an animated Transformers at this point. Like it's kind of like like us as a toy collector, um,
Yeah,
we all know the aisles are more and more filled with us, not little kids. So
yep,
if you're not aiming the movies at us, like you're not getting new Transformers fans in there. Like we're the ones that have to
yeah.
indoctrinate the younger kids. Like watch this movie. They're not on their own watching Transformers.
Well, Minecraft movie coming up. I think that's going to be big,
Yeah.
And I talked to, where I work. I got
Mhm.
a good age range of people that I talk with, and Minecraft's still a thing. So it's weird, but it's gonna hit, and it's gonna hit
Yeah.
hard. I think, was it on Nerdy Coffee, you talked about all those Disney cartoons like Moana 2 and stuff
Hmm.
like that. They just crush.
Yeah.
They crush because kids still want to watch cartoons and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think T3 does have a good point about a trailer. They could have, done two trailers, one geared toward us, and then
Hmm.
of course one geared toward the kids. And
Hmm.
but
Yeah. Patrick said I did it wrong. I watched Bumblebee at home and it was great and regretted it. Saw Rise of the Beast in theaters and it was okay. Transformers 1 was a great theater watch. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, T3 loved Civil War and EC disagreed.
what Civil War they talk about? The one with
The not Captain America Civil War. Civil War that just came out last year with I'm forgetting her name. The guy was in the Pablo Escobar show,
yeah,
and then the girl,
Narcos,
yeah. Let me get it up on
the
the screen.
dystopian America. They're the journalist, the photojournalist with Kristen Dunst. Is that one the one you're watching?
Kristen Dunst. There you go. Yep.
Come on, man.
Look at you.
Come on, man.
Um,
I had to recover somewhere.
you did. So yeah, that's a movie he loves. Blue Sasquatch in the house. Good to see ya. Everybody saying hi to each other. Upset about Tokyo Vice being canceled. Oh, yeah, I want to see that show. Here's the thing. Tokyo Vice is one I would say, like, do you even know what that is? Tokyo Vice? Yeah.
No, sounds interesting.
I would say that's one where they did not do marketing very well. It looks interesting. It's about like an American, if I'm correct, again, the marketing terrible. It's about an American journalist in Japan who's trying to write about the Yakuza and gets looped into stuff. I thought it was a movie. They advertised it like it was a movie. Apparently it was a multi-season TV show. Got canceled. So
anything with Yakuza,
yeah.
that'd be good. It's got.
I mean, one of the great crimes of our era was Endgame when Last Ronin was going after Yakuza. I was like, give us that TV show. Like I want to see that.
Yeah. How's this guy doing this?
Yeah. And why?
This is yeah.
It's like my family randomly vanished. Japanese, damn it.
Yeah, you go 13 hours across the globe.
Yeah. You guys
It's
had to
fine.
do it. Had to be
These
you.
guys. Did he just spin the globe and just go, we'll start here? Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just start here.
Why do I feel like that's in a
Way
movie
to
too,
go.
where somebody spins and they're just like, boom, and then they, yeah.
Coming to America.
Oh, duh. Queens.
It's two.
I never saw part 2. Did you see part 2?
It was okay. It was like
okay.
part one rehashed, and it's fun. Again, popcorn comedy.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Is it one of those where it falls victim to Eddie Murphy not being able to really be Eddie Murphy anymore? Like, was it really like it took like a PG-13 movie and made it PG?
A definite. I mean, I had a Dr. Dolittle feel to it. Just it was good, very clean,
Mm-hmm.
but it definitely wasn't like Trading Places or anything like that, or
Right.
another 48 Hours. So.
Right. I did hear that the newest Beverly Hills Cop movie was good.
I have yet to see. I almost flipped it on last night,
Oh.
but I might watch it tonight. Yeah, there you go. Might watch
Yeah.
it tonight instead of old Seinfeld reruns.
I endorse that. Although the New Yorker in me wants you to watch Seinfeld, but
I watched an episode today.
EC really hates Civil War. He was mad at me. He took it personally. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Rambling Nerd in the house. Good to see you. Good evening, all. What did I miss? We're talking about movies. Did I buy the HasLab Ghosts? I did not, and neither did you, correct?
That's correct. I got some messages like, "How is it?" It's like, remember, I backed out. So with the 2 weeks off that I've had of just rearranging, getting the room downstairs ready, I was just like, I'm kind of glad I didn't. I mean, look, 2 days ago I was walking around with a dragonfly in the house, and
Mm-hmm.
then the wife's like, what are you doing?" It's like, "I'm playing with my helicopter." It's like 3 feet long, you know. So you
Are
can't,
we still
and it's
talking about the GI Joe figure?
which, huh?
No,
What are you talking about?
you said I'm just walking around with it. It's like 3 feet long.
Oh
Just
yeah,
like
oh yeah, that's one for you. But to get the ghost, play with it, it's more of a that thing is it's chunky.
yeah,
It's a big, beefy, chunky thing. So I can't like play around with it in the house. It's
yeah,
you find you find a LZ, you put it there, you do your dio,
yeah,
and you play with it there. You can't, spin the blades and fly it around the house and
yeah.
stuff like that with Wild Bill. So
It's weird. I was thinking about it as I saw people unboxing the Ghost and seeing now that Cat's Lair is shipping. I feel
yeah,
like things of that size are almost better suited for the ultimate casual collector. Like somebody who like doesn't have a room full of stuff and you can make that a centerpiece and it's
yeah,
not going to like destroy your display. Like like casual nerd,
yeah,
for example, like his action figures are like 2 shelves of like maybe 10 total. But if he had a Ghost, that could be the centerpiece there. It doesn't disrupt everything. You're good to go. But for the rest of us that have full displays of things, you got to disrupt everything to fit a Cat Slayer,
yeah,
especially. And if you want to open that thing, good luck. I don't even know how you're gonna do
yeah.
that.
That's a good point because I got most of my GI Joe downstairs, and that's what I was doing. I was bringing the Dragonfly downstairs to join the rest of the Joes, trying to see where it's going to fit on the shelf. And I'm looking back in my room, and it's like that bottom McFarlane shelf is where my Joes used to be,
Mm.
and I got 2 tumblers and a Batmobile down there.
Yeah,
There's no, there's no way I can fit the Ghost in here. It would have to go downstairs, and even
yeah,
downstairs, it's yeah. You're right. That's a good point.
yeah,
It's like throwing a big asteroid. It's like Armageddon. You just throw it there, and just everything just starts to ripple out and you know just move. So
yeah.
yeah, kind of glad I dipped out on it, but I do have the Cantina. The TVC Cantina, and that's because I know it's gonna fit on a huge shelf. It's gonna be a dio. It's gonna have all my 3 3/4. I don't know if I'm gonna do TVC figures or if I'm gonna fill it with Kenner vintage. Kind
Mm.
of kind of up in the air on that one. So that I think that's the biggest reason I got it because it's versatile. I could do Kenner, the Kenner vintage down there with even some of the retro collection kind of mixed in,
Mm-hmm.
and then of course maybe 1 or 2 ships on the side. So make it
Yeah.
look like that.
I mean, well, 2 things. One, behind you, the way you have your dial set up, you can kind of do that with the Cantina, which the second half of that thought process was when it comes to marketing, I thought one of the best things Hasbro did was in one of their videos, the Cantina was on like split up amongst like 4 shelves. They took like a
Yeah,
bookcase and were like, hey guys, by the way, you don't have to display this whole thing as like one thing. Split it up and have
yeah,
different sections on different shelves. And I was like, oh, didn't even think about that. So that's something a
yeah.
lot of
That's a
people
good
can
point.
do.
Yeah, and you can't do that with a Ghost. You just
No,
can't.
no.
It's beautiful though. I just watching people's reviews of it, pictures of it. It's awesome. It's a work of art.
I mean, to me, I'd be so pissed if I got the Ghost and then saw the $15 Micro Galaxy one, how that thing went down to like nothing. I'd have been like,
Yeah.
damn it. Should have got that.
And that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, those things you get them down to that clearance, and I mean they have the bigger ships have the bells and whistles with it too, the sounds and everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Let me
We got Ross.
fly through some of these so I can talk about the TV show stuff. Tony said, speaking from someone who works in the industry, this year's films were affected. All right, there you go. There you go. Board the Venator in the house. Good to see you. I was blown away with the movie Smile 2. It was so good. I did not see that one. Ultra said hi to you as well. Colin said, I watched Smile 2. Ending was crazy. All right, yeah. True Detective was good this year. Forgot it was this year as well. Yeah. He watched Gladiator 2. What'd you think about it? Mega Dan in the house. Good to see you. Cobra Kai season 6 was great, and Yellowstone finally finished season 5. The ending was fitting despite how long it took to finish. Have you seen either of those?
No, we just picked up YouTube TV, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
it because of college football playoffs.
Mm-hmm. There
So,
you go.
and yeah, well, we saw that there's Yellowstone on there, so I think that might be something we'll dip into before we cancel YouTube TV.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Scooby Life in the House, good to see you. I heard that was really good, and I heard Tulsa King is really good too with Stallone.
Yeah, I'm big, like most of us are Stallone fans, and I heard the same thing. Just got to get the time and the access to it. So
Yeah, it's just so many shows,
there,
so many
so many
shows.
shows, so many platforms. I mean, I was just after the game just now. I'm just flipping through, and the wife's looking at me. I'm just like flipping through. It's like I don't know. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah,
And you go back to Seinfeld.
yeah. Um, Tulsa King's excellent. There you go. I had this. Sorry guys, I had to scroll through just because I was falling behind. As far as TV shows for this past year, something I mentioned earlier was I completely forgot that True Detective was this year, the Jodie Foster season, and
Yeah.
I would say True Detective is one of those shows I regret not jumping on that one earlier. Have you seen any of the seasons at all?
No.
Watch it. It's in a way you can watch any season because they're like separate stories.
Okay.
There's certain Easter eggs where you're like, oh, I remember that thing from like this other season. But
Yeah, call back. Yeah.
yeah, but every season for the most part is like two detectives trying to figure out a crime. The first one was with McConaughey and oh my God, what's his name? That was in he played, I don't know why this is the movie that came to my mind. He played Carnage in Venom 2.
I know who you're talking about. He's I just watched the movie Midway with him. You're talking about Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson. Why is that the movie that came to
Yeah.
me? I'm like Venom 2.
Well, you said Venom too, and then I'm thinking the war movie Midway as he's Admiral Nimitz.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
okay, white men can't jump. Woody Harrelson, the bartender
Literally-
from Cheers.
Literally anything else.
Anything else?
Rain of Fire for me. Wait, no, Rain of Fire. Rain of Fire is with. God damn it! What was the first name I said? Matthew McConaughey. It's Rain of Fire.
Yeah.
He's in it. Oh, he's like the same character. He's in the Kingdom. He's in Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
He fights the gorillas. He was really good in that movie too. Those three movies are great. Even though I didn't see the fourth one, but
Yeah.
Anyway, long road back to the point. You should watch True Detective. I think you and Marsha would like it a lot. So that one I think would be my show of last year.
Mhm.
Outside of X-Men 97. I just feel like X-Men 97, everybody and their mom was talking about that show. So that had to be number one.
Yeah, for me it was great because remember, I'm not a
Yeah.
X-Men. I've never watched one, and then I just jumped on with this past year.
Yeah.
And it's not like I was fighting it. It wasn't me. I was already
Yeah.
do great things.
Yeah.
So.
We talked about that. I was trying to get you
Yeah.
on that and Spider-Man.
Yeah, that and Spider-Man. So, I want to watch Spider-Man, and I also want to watch some Batman stuff. So it's just
Animated
right there.
series. Yeah.
Yeah. I did watch. Was it Three Jokers? Which one was that from?
It was a movie or TV show?
Yeah, I saw it on HBO. The joke. Oh, God, you comic book guys are gonna annihilate me right now.
Killing
The-
Joke or something? You said
Yeah.
There's 3 Jokers in it? Or is it like multiple Batman stories in it?
See, now I have to rewatch. I don't even know anymore.
You gotta just
I'll
watch them all.
bye. Yeah, -5. See ya.
It's funny. I was just thinking, I feel like you should, and I need some of you guys in the chat, especially Anthony, if you're still here. I feel like you should probably start with Justice League watch, because Justice League is 2 seasons, and then Justice League Unlimited is another 2 seasons. They're connected. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And there will be episodes towards the end that are callbacks to like Batman the animated series, Batman Beyond, Superman the animated series. But I feel like at that point you'll already be so invested in the story, you'll be cool with it.
Yeah.
But that's one of my rewatches. Like I've like the other day I was on the Peloton bike and I was just watching Justice League. I just had that going because it's just so good. And especially when you get to Unlimited, in that one, the premise of the show was, you know, you have the core 6, the Batman, Wonder Woman, all that. But they were like, let's highlight the other heroes. So like I watched an episode the other day that was like Stargirl. I had never seen anything with her before. It was like Stargirl, whoever her dad is, and a couple other heroes that I'm like, I've never seen them do anything before. There was an episode with Hawk and Dove, and I'm like, who the F are these people? Like, I have no idea who they are. But that's what, like, Question. I had no idea who Question was, and that show made me a fan of Question, Constantine. So, I kind of think I want you to watch Justice League first.
I'll try it out,
and then go.
I might even start tonight.
Yeah,
you know, I got a couple more days. I go back Monday, so I got to get it
Lucky.
in.
My wife went back today. She was not happy about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the 2 weeks out of the whole year, and then everything else is everything.
Yeah. I just wanted to highlight. I'll talk about Skeleton Crew in a second. Ultra Card said the TV show I consider the worst are Halo, the Paramount Plus series, and Acolyte. And I had no interest in watching Acolyte. And from what I heard, it sucks. And I think he means thank you, it got canceled, or thank God it got canceled. Halo, I forgot was this year. The Halo TV show is one of the most bullshit shows I've ever seen in my life. I feel like they made that show suck on purpose. They were just like, let's try our best to F up this franchise. And did you play the Halo games at all when they first came out? Back on Xbox?
A little bit. My oldest did a lot.
Yes.
So I know Halo. I mean, I played it at work every now and then, but
Yeah.
you know, I didn't say that, did I? But yeah. But yeah, that's when it came out. That's when we were young enough to kind of do that at work. And
Exactly.
Yeah, I know I know Master Chief and all that. And
Yeah.
it's a fun franchise for decades. And you would think that that's a lot of content to come up with a great show. But I mean,
I'm
some
so
of the
happy.
trailers.
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying it was just disappointing. It really was.
I mean, like your description of it is more exciting than the stories that they wrote on this show. Like Halo is legit. Like you're a giant, like robot looking dude fighting aliens with a bunch of space marines, shooting every gun you can grab on freaking warthogs, like mowing down ships. Like that's what Halo is. They did that a total of like 4 times across 2 seasons. Did anything relatively close to that happen? It was awful.
There's 2 seasons?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I watched them both. No shame. I was ready for it. When one of my cousins actually had the nerve to be like, the show's great. And I was like, you're high.
Yeah.
They did this thing at the end. So like Mandalorian made it popular to have your hero not take the mask off and then do a reveal at the end. And by the time Master Chief never takes his helmet off anyway in the games.
Right.
So the actor was like, no, I want to show my face. Like I'm doing this role. So they made it seem like he would never take the mask off. And then at the end of the first episode, he takes it off and it stays off like the whole show. And then in my brain, because I'm Mandalorian, they're like, dude, we need to do the helmet thing. Like, this is what people like. They don't care about stories. They just want hero in a helmet. So they wrote the end of season 1 where he would have to wear the helmet like forever, like going forward. And then totally reneged all that. Season 2 started. They were just like, psych. And just like undid everything.
That's horrible. Like no conviction.
No, none.
Stick with it.
Yeah. And then they'll blame us, like, oh, it's you guys' fault it got canceled. Not the fact that it's a shitty show.
Bl- blaming others for how, how crappy you are. That's a bad formula.
It is. Never happens in anything else. But speaking of terrible formulas, Skeleton Crew. Have you started Skeleton Crew at all?
I was gonna start it soon, and after Justice League, but
Totally. Do it after like literally anything else.
I do want to watch. I do want to watch that more than the Acolyte, just to see what it is, because there are more people that I know that like it better than Acolyte, so I'll give that a chance. And
I gotta think about that.
I don't know. Got to give it a try.
Well, so
you never know until you see it, though.
Exactly.
I liked Andor. I know a lot of people didn't like Andor.
Yeah, I hated it.
But a good friend of mine, Jeff, who has a great channel, he basically, I'm paraphrasing, it's like the people that like Andor kind of graduated from the preschool of Star Wars, meaning we could have grown up conversations. We don't have to have the space wizards fighting each other all the time, and you could see a storyline, because the storyline of Andor, the drama involved in it, and we know what's going to happen. It's just how do we get there? So that's what I liked about Andor. It was different.
I always have to give this disclaimer. I always have to put the asterisks. I love Rogue One. Rogue One is my top in my top 3 of Star Wars movies, which I know could be problematic for some people. No. It's a great war movie that happens to be in Star Wars. I feel like Andor, when they wrote Andor and were writing him as a character, they didn't factor in as much that we knew where he was going to end up. Because in Rogue One, he's like learning how to be like a person again, and like how to not just that was actually, what was it? Clone Wars, good soldiers follow orders, was what the clones used to say. I feel like Rogue One was him learning not to do that anymore, which was cool to see. So I think in Andor, and I need to rewatch it. Well, excuse me, but I feel like he needed to be more. I feel like they didn't do enough to make him as bloodthirsty as I think he should have been. As much as Andor was at the beginning of Rogue One. Like that guy who killed his friend because he was going to get caught. I want to see that guy in Andor season 2.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's it. That's a good point.
Yeah, but I need to rewatch it.
We'll see. Yeah.
So many of you like it. Like too many people like it for me to just remember it sucking that as bad as I think it did. So I'll rewatch it.
Yeah, my best friend, he after Rogue One, he's like, JB, you like that? There was like 2 minutes of lightsabers and the rest of it sucked. I was like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's grow up. Let's grow up a little bit, man.
And it's funny. That is a fun debate that has been happening where people are like, does Star Wars need to always have lightsabers, or does it not need to always have lightsabers? And I feel like it can go either way, but I feel like at the core, the story has to be the most essential part.
The dark side and the light,
Yeah. And I think,
how do you get there?
But I think what Disney struggles with is that conversation, because, this is not my original thought. Somebody else said this, even though we all kind of know it. When you go into the original trilogy, there were only 3 lightsaber wielding people left. Like that's true. That's what was truth. So like, there should be more stories where there are no more lightsaber people. But at the same time, if I was going to defend Disney, the galaxy's so vast. Like you're going to tell me they literally got every single one of them. But I feel like you can do way more stories without lightsabers.
Kind of like one of the first comments, the fake news of the aliens in Arizona. Because right when you think about it, it's like, are we really the only people in the galaxy?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. According to all my books, we are, but
yeah. But with Skeleton Crew, what's interesting is casual nerd Josh, his kids aren't watching it. And I was watching a video today about that. And it's been my thought this entire time. Like, as I'm watching the show, I think we're 6 episodes in. I still don't know who the show's for. I truly don't. Because, like, as I'm watching the show, I can't see how a kid watches this and is like, yeah, this is awesome. Like, they wanted to do the Goonies in space angle, but it's almost like they were trying to make it for the adults who grew up on Goonies. Because they're like, hey, remember like how this event happened? Here it is again. Here it is again. But like, there's nothing fun in happening in the show. Like, nobody's having fun, and that's what made Goonies great for us kids.
Are there Fratellis in Skeleton Crew?
In a way,
Like, you know what I'm? Okay,
it's not a spoiler, but they're kind of being chased by pirates, but like not really at the same time. They're just there. They're like, hey, remember they need to have like a bad guy, and then the pirates randomly show up, and you're like, wait, why are you here? Like, they're pointless. Yeah. I wish they kind of did. I wish you had like some sort of slapstick stuff, you know, surrounding them that's supposed to be serious, but they don't even have that in the show.
I think, you know, when I look back at Clone Wars, I think that's what made it so special is when you had guys like Cad Bane and what's the other pirate's name?
There's a
Is it Han? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You said Han something and it triggered in my brain.
Hondo?
Hondo.
Why am I saying Hondo?
Yes, Hondo.
Hondo.
Yeah.
I'm looking over to my peg wall over there. But you know, when you got guys like that, you know, they add a little bit to it and add a little mystery, the backstabbing and stuff. You know, it's always fun to see that. That's what I loved about Clone Wars. So good.
Clone Wars did you watch all of it? I don't know if I've ever asked you that.
I did. Yeah, I did. I started it during COVID.
Oh wow.
My buddy Jeff, who has that channel, Galactic Initiative, he says he's like, now that Mandalorian's here and you're getting into that and you don't know Clone Wars, he's like, give it a try. And sure enough, first 2 episodes of Clone Wars, I just got hooked and marathoned it through COVID, and I rewatched it a year later. You know, especially when I got really big into collecting Star Wars Black Series. I was like, you know what? I love these characters. Let me put them on the shelf. And same thing with Mando 1 and Mando 2. I got a whole Mando section over here. And then Mando 3 with my buddy Jack Black and Lizzo.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm like, what are you doing? And then Andor, I was like, I got some Andor figures. And now Acolyte and Skeleton Crew. I don't have not one of them. They look okay. But just like how we're talking, it's like, am I getting drawn into this? Am I getting drawn into the Goonies? Am I, you know, where's my Fratellis? You know, where's the action that I'm really looking for as an older Star Wars fan? I was like, I still want to see some action. I don't want to see gumdrops and lollipops and everything's fine. I want to see something. So, I'm going to give it a try though.
You should. I think you should. I think everybody should attempt Skeleton Crew because, you know, ultimately we all still want more Star Wars. So like, you know, even though we all bash these properties that they put out, we still want more, you know? So I don't know if it's better to watch it or not to watch it. Like I don't know the answer. Like, I don't know what's going to convince them otherwise, because they're so rich, it doesn't matter. But with Clone Wars, I've said this, and I apologize to everybody. I've repeated myself with this story. There's even a short on TikTok and YouTube of me saying it. With Clone Wars, it's my best example of a show where they said, this is a kid show. We're making this for children, especially if you watch the movie first. If you watch the movie first and then you start season 1, they're like, we are making this for kids. Somewhere in that process of season 1 into season 2, they were like, kids aren't watching this. It's just not happening. Right. They're grown-ass men in the theaters watching this stuff. Switch it up. And that's when we get the better Clone Wars season 2 and on. And then you get the additional season at the end. Because season 1 is completely different from the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thinking back to the recent WWE with The Rock coming back,
Mm.
and he talks about that, a pivot. It's like when you're in there live and something's going on, and you got the family and Cody Rhodes, and all of a sudden it's just like, you know what? People are kind of steering the ship in this direction. We got to run with it. And when you have the courage, and you're like the courage and creative bone in your body to just say, I'm just going to make this happen and do it. And that's when you get good stuff. That's when you get good shows. That's when you get good movies, when they're like, I'm just going to go ahead and do the nesty plunge. If I fall and I fail, at least I tried, and not just try to take the easy way out.
Yeah.
And I think Mando 3 was an easy way out. Hey,
1000%.
let's go put, some happy, shiny people in here, a little song and dance. And are you still with us? Yay. Oh, here, let's, let's, uh, let's put some, little frosting on it with some sprinkles, because everybody's a winner,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
another franchise that went that direction, the Ninja Turtle movies, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, the first one in 1989, they made the movie, they showed it to the studio, and they said, this movie's garbage. Who the fuck is this for? It's too dark. Nobody's going to like this movie. And it was a freaking hit. It was a freaking hit. And they said, you know what? You need to do a second one, but you better kitty the shit out of this movie. And then we got the next two pieces of trash that came out after that. Same thing happens here. They're just like Mando season 1. Nobody gave it a chance because we're coming off of Last Jedi at that point. It's a hit. We need some Jack Black in this bitch.
Yeah. And I love Jack Black, and I don't blame him for what happened.
No, of course not.
It's just, man, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You lost me. And then I think the best, the best episodes going to like Boba Fett, the best episodes or scenes were with Mando.
Amazing.
When he was a cowboy, he's a space cowboy.
Yes. Yeah.
He's out there cowboy up, getting hurt.
Yeah.
Doing his thing. But so
I wish they could, if I could change one thing in the whole show, it would be Beskar. Because I feel like him getting hurt is part of the charm, but the Beskar just makes nothing matters. He just walked through everything.
Beskar is like the vibranium of Marvel.
Yeah.
And
they made it last minute. They didn't have to. They could have just left that out.
Yeah.
Because Mandos gets shot up all the time in Clone Wars.
Yeah. Good stuff. And I think I forgot was it last on Nerdy Coffee when we brought it up, or somewhere else? Taika Waititi when he did Love and Thunder. If he would have let Christian Bale be Christian Bale, and during Love and Thunder go dark, I was so ready for that. And then here comes the song and dance. It's just like, where's the Wizard of Oz? I'm looking for the Lollipop Guild to just start singing and dancing again.
Yeah. He
could have done some good damage with that.
Yeah.
Something serious.
And I love Christian Bale. He's like my favorite actor. Like, oh God, I don't even, I just can't. I'm convinced. Psycho. I'm convinced that Taika bombed that movie on purpose. Like, I, as somebody who has watched most of what he's put out, I just do not see a scenario where he made that movie thinking people are going to love this movie. I just cannot. Yeah. I cannot see that scenario. It's impossible. Impossible. And what pissed me off the most was when the first trailer drops and Thor is rocking the freaking Big Trouble in Little China outfit. I'm like, and has the 80s music and the logo is 80s. I'm like, there's no way you can fuck up this movie. And Christian Bale's in it. No way. No way. He did it. He bombed it on purpose. He had to.
Sad. Sad.
So a lot of you guys are talking about Halo Forward Dawn or Forward Onto Dawn. I remember watching some of the Halo DVDs back in the day and enjoyed them a lot. you know, like I said, the new show, studios get involved. They're like, oh, what these other guys are doing, got to do that. Copy this. You know, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Man Collect says, I stepped away for a bit to film my wrap-up video for tomorrow, and now there are two legends on the stream. There you go. There you go. Dada saying top 3 movies. So he's going with Empire, New Hope, and Return. Oh, you're just going
Oh, wow.
DOG 3.
Yeah. Episode 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
There you go. But that's
what are your 3?
Valid. Empire, Rogue One, and it goes between Return of the Jedi and what's number 3?
Revenge
the
of
third
Sith.
one, episode 3. Yeah. I mean, just because I get caught up into all that action and that turn. You know, you see Anakin, that's that starting point. And then Rogue One, that's that starting point. And then Empire, that's where we find out about who Anakin was. So,
yeah,
those are my 3. Empire is definitely my favorite. It got dark.
Yeah.
You know, it got really dark.
Made for kids.
Oh.
We all made
made for me.
We all made it out just fine.
That's fine. Except for the Dagobah Dream scenario.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I still have those moments, you know, like for real, like fever dreams. I'm like, why am I in Dagobah fighting Darth Vader?
Yeah. I did not see Squid
What about
Game.
You?
So it's Empire for every time. And then I think it's the same as you. It's Empire, Rogue One, and then episode 3. My favorite thing to note is episode 3 was a movie I absolutely hated. I left the theater and I said, none of this made any sense to me. His turn was so extreme off of just a what if scenario. I was like, I don't understand how you got to this. And I was mad about the Grievous thing because we had those cartoon Clone Wars up till then, the Tarkovsky things, and Grievous was a badass. And I was like, you guys just, Obi-Wan shot him in the stomach, like, or the chest. Like, that's how you got rid of him. Like, I was pissed. I was so pissed when I saw that movie. But after watching Clone Wars and seeing their adventures and seeing how much Anakin did, upon rewatching Clone Wars, I was like, you know what? If that was me, I would have said, fuck you too. Like, I did all that shit and saved the Empire a billion times over. The Mortis episodes, I was also like, oh, there is this darkness to him that he can't control. I was upset that they ended up doing a mind wipe scenario there where they were like, oh, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka saw him turn. Yeah. And then they were just like, erase. Like, I hated that, but at least you got to see that that's him. He is the dark side.
Yeah. Speaking of mind wipe, I don't know why. As soon as you said mind wipe, I immediately started thinking of the droids, 3PO and R2. And it's just like, me and the wife, we joke around all the time. It's like, who really saved the galaxy? It's like, it's been R2 and the different pockets of Star Wars. It's, our little buddy R2. And, and it's just thing. And then I also saw something on Instagram, talking about Ahsoka. Like, she's gotta be the strongest. And it's like, why? Well, she's beat Anakin. She's beat, Maul, and she's just one of those entities out there. And then when they come out with Ahsoka, the series, I'm like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I think you're the one who really, was it the first episode of it where they had the thermal detonator that blows up the whole planet? It's like, you got a Death Star in your hand. What just happened here?
Just right here. It just
just
whole planet's gone. Yeah.
Just flick it.
I was, that's the greatest comeback in sports history. Ahsoka was so hated when Clone Wars came out. People were just like, this is bullshit. and she turned into the most loved character in Star Wars. And then they come up with the Ahsoka TV show and make her the absolute hated once again. That show's so bad. It is just so bad.
Man,
I can't.
it was tough.
Yeah.
That's my girl too.
Sabine also. I was like, Sabine's so great of a character. And they were just like,
Yeah.
They're like, you're going to be all obsessed over this boy who you actually are not even sexually attracted to. But you're going to be obsessed.
It's so weird. It was just really odd. It was odd.
Yeah.
And they could have done. They could have done so much.
I
don't know.
I don't know if we have the time to go into the whole thing. My whole thing is talking about who's it for. The Ahsoka show is so niche. It's only for people who watched all the cartoons. But yet you're treating us like we haven't seen any of it. Like we all know that they weren't that tight. They barely talked to each other in Rebels. They were in the same ship and that's about it. And they colored together sometimes. This obsession, where the fuck did that come from?
Thin air.
Thin air.
Just grab.
Gotta have an idea.
It was a dartboard. You know how you got the yellow stickies in the meeting? All right, guys, where are we going to on this one? Close my eyes.
Yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel. Here we go.
Jesus, take the wheel. I love that. That's the Ahsoka show. Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
All in a nutshell.
Millennium in the house. Good to see you. Sorry I couldn't get to all the comments, everybody. You guys were, as Kenobi says, you guys were on fire today. So I apologize for that. I'm going to do a better job next time. But I mean, JB and I are not wrong about anything in life. So any advice you need in life, just ask us. Because Ahsoka was terrible, and we're both on the same page there, and all is right in the world. But I will rewatch Andor just for you.
And I will watch Justice League.
You need to.
And probably Trading Places because I forgot to watch that during Christmas. So. Great Christmas movie.
That is true. Somebody up above, Ultra Card said he's going to go head over to General Kenobi right now. So we'll make sure we do that. Somebody up above mentioned Batman Mask of the Phantasm as a movie to watch. And I second that. If you want a nice taste of what is Batman the Animated Series, they had a movie, Mask of the Phantasm. That character was one of the first Batman Mondo figures to come out. So that would have been a Mondo figure that you're like, oh, where's that from? It's from a movie. 10 out of 10 recommend. It's like 90 minutes, not even.
I'm checking it.
Yeah.
But, and that's, I've watched different animated, shows or episodes throughout, the past couple of years. A lot when my granddaughter was here. We watched a lot. I know one series that we did finish was like Poison Ivy. That was pretty awesome. So,
if you like that, you're gonna like these other ones.
Oh, and that's the thing is, I know I'm gonna like all this stuff. It's just finding the time, and you get so flooded with all these different options. It's like I don't know what to do. Someone tell me what to do. You're telling me what to do, so I'm good.
Actually, and Patrick made a good point. He said he can't wait for you. He can't wait for your collection to grow as you watch Unlimited. Jon Stewart, not the guy from the TV show, but the Green Lantern plays
Jon
a heavy
Stewart,
role in both Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. And I feel like that's going to be essential watch for when Superman comes out, because Jon Stewart will be there, and then there's going to have the Jon Stewart Green Lantern TV show where they're like space cops. So
nice.
Definitely watch that.
You excited for the new movie?
Very much.
Yeah.
I haven't been that excited in a long time for a movie.
I think we're all kind of just, putting on we're rooting for this. And
that's it. That is exactly it.
Yeah. I think Big Dub said it. We were in our chat, and I think he said in his last video, it's like we want this as a win, not just for Superman, not just for DC, but for just superhero movies and the superhero umbrella that all of us live in. All of us, whether we want to admit it or not, we're all under it.
Yeah. It's
Got to be good.
we need one that isn't like Deadpool comedy. Like
Yeah.
we haven't had to win. I mean, I guess Spider-Verse, but again, that's also like it's also like kiddie to an extent, but like
Oh
we
yeah.
need a good live action W that we haven't seen since Endgame. And I know that Spider-Man, whatever the last one was, with Toby and Andrew coming back, like I know that one did crazy numbers, but that wasn't like
It
wasn't generation changing.
No, you can't. That no, it's great, but that's fine.
Yeah,
It's still not going to be a classic Superman, a classic '89 Batman.
that's what we need.
It's not going to be earth shaking and ground moving. I know years ago when someone asked me on the live, they're like, "What's the best superhero movie out there?" And I was like, "It's for me, it was Superman with
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Reeve.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it as a kid, and since then, it's a good guy fighting evil and just continuing to go through it no matter what's going to happen." And I think with when Henry took over as Superman, I was really hoping for it, and there was a lot of opportunity with him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of hope. It just lost traction just through the different iterations of it. He just couldn't get any traction, and it just disappointing. I thought he was a pretty good Superman, but let's see what this guy could do.
Zack Snyder,
Let's see what this guy
he ruined it because Henry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean the Batman kills in his universe, Superman kills in his universe, and you had two amazing actors playing both characters, but he couldn't write a good movie. So, any other things you want to plug before we wrap today's episode?
No, just wishing everybody a happy new year. Just make sure you here we go, our advice, right? Drink water, don't speed. No. Just go out there and enjoy it, man. I just every day I look back and think back. Just 2024 was great. And I said it in a couple of my last top 24 of 2024 was we complained when we went to the stores about not having anything. The stores had stuff. The stores had a lot of stuff, and it shows in our collections. It's just that when you go every day, it does get monotonous, and of course you're going to say there's nothing out there. So 2024 was great. I think 2025 is going to be even better. And happy new year to everybody. Just go out there and have some fun. Enjoy it.
I'm going to throw out a random question to you.
Yeah.
And this one you might have to think about.
Oh, Woody Harrelson.
Well, I was going to ask if you could have a dream figure or maybe even like line come out this year. It could be, and this could literally be anything. You could say something like, I want a NECA Bloodsport line to come out. Like you could make up whatever you want. So like, is there a dream line that you would want or figure or not the dragon? You can't say the dragon.
What did you say about T3 earlier? Like there was a Matrix thing going on?
Mm-hmm.
I was finishing my top 10 NECA right before I jumped on.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about that. I had my Bloodsport shirt on. I was like, NECA, if you're... No bullshit. I'm telling you, man.
We're in the Matrix.
I said, NECA, if you're watching, Van Damme's head right here, and I zoom in on it. I was like, NECA, if you're watching, Van Damme, because you can do so much with Van Damme's license. You can do Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Time Cop, Lionheart. I mean, you could do all of these.
Yeah.
And I know most of us adult collectors would be all about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I want NECA so bad to embrace the 80s. And like if they have the Schwarzenegger license somehow, give us a Commando figure. Give us some new Last Action Hero figures. And then Jean-Claude. Give me freaking Stallone as Cobra. Like make NECA great again.
Make NECA, whatever. Make NECA MNGA.
Yeah.
But you're right. Because, when we go to these shows, watching Seth go go looking around for his Duke, Predator
Yeah.
figure and all
Yeah.
that stuff. That's great, but like, man, we could do so much more with this. Let's do this.
I actually got the
I don't know,
same.
we'll see.
I got the same Duke he got at the same show. That was at New York Comic Con 2022, I want to say. And I mean, I have it downstairs on display, and it's my only human Predator figure I have, and it's such an old scan. I'm like, why have you not redone this and given us the other guys? I don't care how much it costs. Do it. I don't need another, RIP, but I don't need another Murder, She Wrote figure. I don't need another Elton John on a piano figure or Freddie Mercury figure. Those are cool, but where's my?
Those are one-timers.
Those are one-timers. Give us. I need a Danny Glover for Predator 2 figure. I have enough. Come on, I have enough Predators.
If you go Danny Glover, then you go Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson.
Buy it. Get the line. Get the license, NECA.
Or even go fun and go Police Academy.
Yeah. Know your audience.
Just take a shot.
Figures. Take the shot.
Take a shot. Shoot your shot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna borrow your answer. That's gonna be my answer too. I want the 80s licenses to roll in 2025.
Yeah, and out of those, the one that I don't see them doing is A-Team. I could see them doing Arnold and Van Damme before, and even Stallone before they would do something like the A-Team. But that'd be kind of fun. That's even a smaller,
Who would you want to make that line if you could make a A-Team line?
I mean, if NECA can't, NECA's good with human head sculpts and
That's
everything.
the thing. I mean, because I was leaning towards Ramen because they already have the vehicle, but when it comes to human head sculpts, NECA kills it.
Yeah. And if it's anything animated or cartoon or anything in that realm, I would say Jada. I mean, what they did with the Street Fighter, they crushed that. They just annihilated that. So
Cutthroat, we're in the Matrix. I was literally thinking about Knight Rider because I was like, man, if somebody could drop a Michael Knight with Kit, oh my God.
I mean, when we go to retro toy convention, it's like it's a retro toy store or toy convention, and I picked up the A-Team, I picked up this B.A. Baracus, and it's like he's got like a peanut head. looks like he's got the whole pantyhose thing over his head and then lipstick over it, but it's a vintage B.A. Baracus. It's like, man, let's get this upgraded.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. Well, it's always a treat when you're on the show. I always greatly appreciate it. And as they say out in the universe, you're one of the good guys. You're one of the good guys out here. So keep doing what you're doing. Like I said at the top, if any of you have not followed JB by now, you should, but most likely you have if you're here. Because we all run in the same circles, which is great.
That's right.
We all support each other.
It's a wonderful thing.
It is. But like I said, I apologize to some of you. I did not get a chance to show your comments on screen. But hopefully I can get better at that for next time. But we're in 2025, which is crazy to say out loud.
It's
nuts. Especially considering a lot of us started the toy hunting, YouTubing stuff in like 2020. And it's like, wow, you're like 5 years into this shit already. Like it's nuts. But the show rolls on. HeyArcher Live every Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. I think Nerdy Coffee will be a special edition thing. We did it for New Year's Eve. It'll be random. Hey guys, we got to talk about stuff. We're going live, whatever morning that is. But JB over here dropping videos. Yeah. Sorry, what was you saying?
Yeah. I was like a National Donut Day. You know how there's a National something day. Just
yeah. We'll just drop a nerdy coffee on that day. Yeah.
That's right.
Coffee with your donuts.
You got it.
You got it. Like, comment, subscribe to that man and us here on the channel. And we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. And Happy New Year. We're out of here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, the balloons.
This is so weird.
Huh? What? What? Huh? More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah, come on, push a button. Push a goddamn button.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.